And our fourth merman, Ardiphne or whatever, is a good initiator and teaches magician how he should by force the watermelon work his influence. That is ritual magic on man or beast in the right manner. If the influence object gets somehow into contact with the water element by rain, washing, drinking, then he or his servants will help to speed up the influences and in consequence realize the magician's desires. So water magic, again, it's like, how would I do that? If I had water and I magnetized it and I put a vision of what I wanted to happen in it, then anyone associated with the process of material manifesting would get that boost of energy when they went and took a shower or opened a Coke. And,
absolutely.
you know, all of a sudden it's like they get energized again. But his is more, you almost like Bardon's hand in the bucket, you know, that physical contact with it has a heightened result, you know, influence of some kind. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah, I get a lot.
I see. Sorry, no, you go for it.
No.
I see that as a much more like effective way to get somebody like Shinzo to get going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, you can literally be like, put your purpose into whatever water would be around him,
Mm-hmm.
and employ this guy to help you,
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that it keeps going over and over again. Whereas you could use, what was his name? Azul, the last one before. Amazul. Amisol to help you like get his thinking started about it.
Yeah.
You could use this guy to like help you make sure that he goes about doing it.
Uh-huh.
Every time it rains or every time he touches any water around him, theoretically, he would be like forced to want to do this.
So having a more physical effect, he's better at getting a physical result.
Yeah, I mean, you need both.
Yeah.
Because it needs to start the mental and go to the physical.
Yeah.
But he's really good with making sure that results happen in the physical.
So, why do you suppose a merman like that is interested in producing results again? Again, that's so male, you know. What's the problem? I'll solve it, you know. And here, since I'm a merman and no water, I can give you the magic of water to solve your problem. That's so unmermaid-like, you know.
It's such a different take upon, you know, the element and the substance. It is very effective though, incredibly effective. If you look at changing or charging water or making or like wish fulfilling into the substance, and making the substance penetrate to such a degree that it has a physical effect, that is very, very powerful and very, very manifest of what it means to do ritual magic in my eyes, right? So it's a very different take on something that is mer, or that has those water qualities. Absolutely, it's nonetheless very effective. It's just definitely a very masculine way of looking at a feminine thing. So it's just it is in the truest sense of the word. He's a magician in that sense. Absolutely, yes. And I get those regal qualities about him. I get those qualities where he's connected to his element. He knows his element. He knows how to manipulate it. You know, he knows everything about it because he's used it for so long. And he knows his way to define it and shape it accordingly to the wishes of those who contact him.
Yeah. And since he is eager to be contacted more than the others. The other ones, it seems like the other ones have tasks to do otherwise, but it seems like he's more of like, okay, well, I'm here for when you need my help. I get the sense that he's a little bit bored. More than anything, he's like, call me. Because he, like, yes, he can, if people think about it or will something, then he'll help them, but, like, he doesn't really sound like he has many tasks other than to help humans or physical beings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he really wants to get his tasks completed, so he'd probably be a good guy to talk to. Because he'd probably be really eager to help.
There's many different ways that he could imbue water with those qualities that he's supposed to. Especially if he's under the influence of divine providence. Divine providence could literally call him into being and to show him or to request his aid in making water have a certain quality and it affect a certain amount of people. So I guess it just depends. There's his function as a water spirit is very different than that of almost any water spirit, which is awesome.
Yeah, totally.
It means that there's so many different ways of looking at something and using it accordingly, however it needs to be used.
So, again, here, if I were a merman and I could sense water and the magnetism within it, and I can interact with I mean, it's got to be like, whales and octopus and all sorts of fish, you need a reef, and you need a little less salt. You need to learn how to breathe and function in fresh water as well as salt water. He's saying to a species or something. What is the process by which, I guess that's it, what is the process by which your life is enhanced and fulfilled? That's a very nurturing water element approach. And so it's like, well, I can sense the magnetic field here, so there's a linear element again, time, like you're here, your life will be enhanced there, but only if there's this shift and change, and how can I slightly shift the magnetic field so that it'll bring that about sooner. I guess that's the merman. Again, they're more linear, entering into linear time because they're more result, future, change, and take the magnetic energy of water and bring that about. So if you encounter a species like human beings who are constantly, I want this, I want that, let's get this, I have this problem, it's like, all right, I've been practicing for millions of years with reef fish and octopus, and porpoises, and we've been doing, okay, you want that, oh, you need a better job, okay, there it is,
Absolutely.
Totally.
His application of the water element is very, I wouldn't say it's much more human than those other ones, but it seems it seems that way.
So it's a little bit like, again, with my assistance, I will fulfill, enrich, heal, renew, bring to life, whatever it is you sense your need or desire. And somehow he's got that astral physical plane consciousness of, I'm in the future, here's where we want to be, here's where you are now in your physical world, and here's the energy that will make the transition, which otherwise you wouldn't very easily have access to.
Very much so. Yeah, I get a sense of timelessness from all of them, but since that they're so hands-on and applicable in their tasks, that's the way that they might seem a little linear. Yes.
So that, for me, it's neat because I kept thinking, I can get into this magnetic field, but what do I do with it? What do I do with it? Well, what they're doing with it is that they're sitting there saying, how do you become more alive in this way, in these particular situations?
Yes.
And step into the full experience of it on the astral so it materializes. Enrich the energy so completely in clarity and feeling and shape that the dream happens, manifests quickly because of the charge, and they're so rich in the physical world nature, because magnetism's right in the physical water. They can move quickly between the astral and the physical, the dream and the manifestation. Neat guys. It's helpful to work on it that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.